the girl of my dreams on a week, so I sleep and I see my reality. Battle me, that's your fatality. Actually, I'm a catastrophe. Go to your school and they ask for me. I'm in your class making cash and we fruity like passion is burning like ashes. We had to just make this ish happen. He rap.
What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Sneakerhead on the budget, one of the hardest working sneakerheads on YouTube. Go give me a like, share, subscribe. It definitely helps the channel. Guess because YouTube be holding us down out here, budget fan. Dang. Alright, so boom, let's get into it. So I was thinking about this channel. This channel was founded on being on a budget. You know, finding dope shoes and dope clothing and getting it from the thrift stores and stuff like that. That's what this channel was founded upon. And so it got me thinking, what if I made a list of some of the dopest shoes you can find right now under a budget for back to school? I'm talking about so you can come to school looking fresh and everything. So I decided that I comprised a list of some shoes that'd be dope for back to school, so you go ahead looking fresh and everything. So we all know the kids want to go to school looking fresh. I know I did. You want to go to school looking fresh, looking nice, in the best outfit. You got your clothes all laid out, but your shoes ain't right. So I'm here to help you get your shoes right, get your kick game right, because some shoes are unacceptable on the first day of school. Now we're gonna keep this list under a budget. If you want me to show you a list where you can find some more dope shoes for a good price for back to school, I can definitely do that for you if the feedback is really good on this video. But I'm just go ahead and show you the shoes that are very affordable that you can get for day one of school today. First, I'm gonna start off with some shoes that are a little bit above a $100 price range. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna stay away from the Jordan 1s. A lot of those shoes you cannot find, and they get the resale. Resales kind of around $200, especially for the shoes that are still sitting. If you can find a Jordan 1 high OG, then definitely cop it. There's some great silhouettes that are still out there. You just gotta be there at the right place at the right time. But I'm gonna show you guys some shoes. So one of the shoes is the Jordan 1 mid. Now, Nike's been releasing a few of these. There's a few of these on their website. They have the black pair that kind of changes colors up top. There's an orange pair that's out there. There's a few Jordan 1 mids you can find out there. Those are definitely cool to cop if you're looking for that. But that's a little at the price range of $130. So I want to find you guys a little bit lower than that. Another shoe that's an honorable mention is the Puma RSX. It's a really dope shoe. It looks really comfortable. And again, if you're on your game, if you Ross find like I do, you'll be able to find a pair of Ross for around 30 bucks. 30, 40 bucks depending on how Ross is feeling at that moment. But that shoe is definitely at 110. And so that's definitely a dope shoe to start off with if you want to go to school looking fresh. The Reebok Question Lows. Now them Iversons is dope. So the Reebok Question Lows, 120 for the low. I think it's like 140, 150 maybe for the high. Definitely a dope shoe. It is a little up there in prices. So definitely I put that in my honorable mention. But it is a shoe that's very attainable, just a little bit up in price. Nike Air More Up Tempo. Now this is a really dope shoe, a classic, retro from the OG shoe Scottie Pippen wore. Really, 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 really dope shoe. But I think it's sitting there at about 160 right now. You might find a pair for around 90, maybe 100. Depending on where you go. Finish Line always has a clearance rack in the back. I always seem to find these shoes in the back, but it varies in size, so I didn't want to fully put this on the list. Adidas Ultra Boost. This is a shoe that, oh my god, you can wear this shoe every single day. The only problem is, it always depends on the colorway of what you find. Now I know if I go into a Finish Line, I always find a pair of Ultra Boosts in the back on clearance, or you might find a pair on clearance just on the rack. So you just definitely want to keep your eye out for the Ultra Boost, because you could never go wrong with a pair of Ultra Boosts. Even Foot Locker has a good selection of Ultra Boosts there that are definitely on sale, definitely worth the buy. Usually you can find your pair between 80 to 140 depending on where you can find them at. I definitely have these in honorable mentions because the shoes that you definitely find at that little cheaper route are some funky colorways, and you don't always want to wear the funky one, you know? Okay, now we're going to get into a list of some more attainable shoes at the moment that'd be really dope for back to school. Number 10 on this list is the Puma Suede. Now that's the classic shoe. It's not really too fancy. It's not really too crazy. You're not gonna wow many people, but it's a very subtle shoe that's really dope and it's classic. You can match it with anything. They got different colorways for any occasion on the Puma Suede, and those are really dope. You'll probably find a pair of those for like 70 bucks, especially if you look at the store. Also, you want to keep an eye out for Ross prices, because I do see Puma Suedes at Ross's a good amount of the time. Reebok Classics. Now, Reebok Classic is a classic shoe. Reebok doesn't get that much shine anymore, but it's definitely a safe shoe, especially with the colorways. If you do want to go to back to school looking fresh, they have the black colorway, they have the white colorway, they have some with gum soles. It all depends on what your flavor is. The Reebok Classic is definitely a safe shoe to go back to school, and usually they're around 60 to 70 bucks, so you can't go wrong with a classic Reebok Classic. Wow, I just rhymed classic and classic. This next one's for the ladies, because I know the ladies absolutely love this shoe. The Fila Disruptor 2. They've come out of nowhere and just taken over the game. The Fila Disruptor has really taken over sneaker world, especially for the ladies who wear them a lot. You can find a pair of those for like 65 bucks. You're not really going to find Fila Disruptors too high of a price range, so 65 bucks is a really good price range, especially if you want to go to school looking fresh. And the ladies love this, so ladies, if you do want that shoe that's gonna definitely set it off at the beginning of the year, the Fila Disruptor is definitely a great choice. Okay, this next one is kind of dear to me. I know it kind of fell off just a bit, but we gotta give credit where credit's due, styles due. The Adidas NMD is just such a clean shoe, and I know they killed the NMD years ago and they keep throwing out random colorways with it, but you can find a really cheap Adidas NMD nowadays for really good prices. You're looking at a range around like 60 to 110 for NMD. All depends on where you go, all depends on where you shop. But the Adidas NMD is such a classic shoe and it's so comfortable. You can't go wrong with Adidas NMD. You can't go wrong with Ultra Boost. But the only thing is, sometimes the cheapest ones are a funky colorway and the knit looks kind of weird and you gotta make sure you get it to match. So that's the only problem with the NMD. But the shoe is so comfortable, you can never go wrong with it. You could probably wear it for the whole school year and still feel good on your feet. So I definitely have to put the NMD on the top of this list. Okay, so this one's at this part because this is a very, I wouldn't say controversial shoe, but this is a very selective choice. Not many people will rock this shoe, just the look of it, but the Nike Space Hippie 4 is actually a really cool looking shoe. Definitely comes from recycled material. It's a really dope looking shoe. They've really fallen in prices. So if you're into that, if you're into being eco-friendly, or if you're just into the style of it, the Space Hippie is really good. Usually anybody who I've seen with that shoe tell me they're really, really comfortable. So you can't go wrong with the Space Hippie, and the prices are falling down. I think I've seen the Nike store, they're around like 40 bucks for that. So you can't really go wrong with that. Around that. I know right now they're sitting in Foot Lockers or Finish Lines right now for like 85 bucks, so that's not bad. It's under $100, and that's definitely being on a budget. Now we get into a little more classic silhouettes that you can't go wrong with. So this next one at number 5 is the Van Skate. Now you can either go Van Skate High or you just go Van Skate. I do know the Van Skate go for like 60 bucks. A lot of people prefer the low top. So the low top at definitely the quality of 60 bucks. You can't go wrong with that. Also, if you go to Ross, now you might find some funky colorways at Ross. You won't find some of the more black or the regular tones at Ross. But if you go to Ross, you'll find a good pair of Vans for about 30 bucks. And depending on how they feeling, $19.99. And I know I've seen some there at $19.99 because you know your boy be in Ross all the time. But $19.99 is a really good price for a pair of Vans, especially because they can't go wrong with anything. People wear Vans with everything. There's people wear Vans year round. People wear Vans to work. Vans is a safe shoe that never gets roasted on unless you get the hole coming out the top, then used by to get flamed. But when it comes down to the shoe, the Vans Skate Low or the Skate High, it's a no man. Okay, so this next one's kind of maybe for a little bit more of the people who know sneakerhead logic a little bit more than others. This is not really a main staple for a lot of people, especially in high school. I know for me, no one was really checking for this shoe, but the New Balance 574 Classic is definitely a classic shoe. Sneakerheads all over the board, they swear by this shoe. It's really comfortable and they love the style, and a lot of people are on New Balance stuff. Now for me personally, I don't really wear New Balance like that, but a lot of people love New Balance and they love the style of it. Now I know for high school, again, a lot of people in my high school were not rocking New Balances like that, so I do understand how people can shy away from the New Balance, especially when it comes to the Nike, Puma, Adidas era. That's what people want to see. They see that in, they're like, what you wearing, what you got on. But the New Balance shoe is definitely not to be slept on, and it's definitely a good shoe, and it's definitely comfortable. You can definitely find that for a fairly good price. Looking around about $80-ish depending on where you go. Sometimes you'll find them for 60, so you definitely keep your eye out for those. And if you love that style, definitely New Balance is for you. Okay, now we get into more classic silhouettes. The top 3 is classic silhouettes. So at number 3, we're going with the Converse All-Star. Now this is a classic shoe, because just like the Van, you can't go wrong with this. You can wear Converse in any type of style, and it'll go. If you know how to make it match, if you know how to make the colors match, the Converse All-Star is a dope mix. Now you can find this at a Ross again, or a Marshalls, or whatever you can find a shoe at for like 30 bucks. I never seen oh my god, I never seen Converse shoes any more expensive than that. Usually it's around that range of 30 bucks, so that's a really good price if you're looking at a Converse All-Star. And plus, if you go to any Converse outlet, they usually have a buy one get one, or buy one get one half off, buy one get one whatever. So definitely, the Converse All-Star is definitely a clean shoe to grab, and it's definitely something that I would put my hands on if I could, especially with all the different colorways you got. If it's a high, if it's a low, it doesn't matter. Converse All-Star is definitely a shoe to go with. At number 2, this shoe has risen. That I used to be crazy for Blazers, and it looks like now they're going crazy again, especially with social media and TikTokers or whatever. The Nike Blazer is going insane again, and you can find a pair of Blazers for around 70 to 100 bucks, depending on where you are. People definitely love the silhouette. I definitely see more people rocking Blazers now. It's crazy insane how Blazers are coming back, and it's great. It's great to see more silhouettes come back and have this kind of light. So if you definitely want a Blazer shoe, it's really popular right now, so I'll definitely get a Nike Blazer. And the last shoe on this list, the number 1 shoe for back to school, and you might already know what this is, it's the Nike Air Force One. It's a class, you can't go wrong with this. You probably find a pair for like 80 to 90 bucks at any store. Nike.com has a bunch of pairs online. They're always pushing the Air Force One. It's just classic. The white, if you want to be clean, or if you want the black one for, you know, extracurricular activities, you can get a pair of Air Force Ones. Especially, a lot of people rocking dirty Air Force Ones, which I can't do, but a lot of people are rocking it.
Halfway.
Bam! So those are my list of shoes to get for under a budget for back to school. Hopefully this list helps you out, or hopefully I showed you something new. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If I miss anything out, put it in the comments below. If I get so much love on this, I'll probably put a more updated version of back to school shoes with a little bit more flair on it, a little bit more heat, that's a little bit affordable, especially on Jordan Wrong. Again, it's your boy Sneakerhead on the Budget. Peace.
Hope you love all of my shit. I hope you love all of my shit.